Maximize your spin and power. This is the racket review of the Babolat Pure Aero Plus 2026. This 2026 update of the Pure Aero Plus features a re-engineered geometry in the shaft of the racket to help reduce drag, making this racket feel faster and more maneuverable than ever before. At 27.5 inches long, this 100 square inch racket features NF squared technology that incorporates flax fibers in strategic locations for a more comfortable and smooth feel on contact. Spin grommets have been integrated on the main strings, allowing the strings to move more freely, enabling greater snapback for increased spin potential and better ball bite. Like the last version, this update features a slightly more dense 16x19 pattern compared to older Pure Aero rackets for added control and predictability. The weight comes in at 11.3 ounces strong, a 6-point headlight balance, a swing weight that averages close to 330, and a stiffness rating in the mid-60s.
When it comes to extended length Babolat rackets, I've always trended more towards the Pure Drive Plus over the Pure Aero Plus. I would say that's still the case, but this is the version of the Pure Aero Plus that I've been the most comfortable with on the court. I really like the response of it up in the upper hoop, up towards the tip, and that was the issue I had with previous models. I just didn't like the feel and response I was getting from up there. This one, getting a much more pleasant response from the racket. I think it's working the best out of all the Pure Aero Pluses I've tried on serve. I felt like my first set had good pace, good spin, really getting some nice action on the ball with it from the baseline. My favorite shot was my backhand slice. Again, I felt like the leverage of this longer length racket, I could really hold that shot and at the last minute either pull it cross court or fade it down the line just by positioning or flicking my wrist and really holding that shot, keeping my opponent guessing. On the forehand, big spin, big pace, so super fun to just grip it and rip it on that side of the court. And then up at net, I thought this one had good feel, good control at net. There's enough mass for me to let the racket do the work and just relax. With that soft grip on the racket, I was placing my volleys really well. So fun play test for me. Don't think it would tempt me away from a Pure Drive Plus, but nonetheless, really fun play test.
I'm gonna start off by saying how much I really enjoyed this playtest of Babolat's update to their Pure Aero Plus, the 2026 version. And I'm also gonna include that I have really liked and enjoyed playing with just about every iteration of this frame that came before it. Now, the dimensions of this frame really didn't change that much, 23, 26, 23. However, the shape of the beam did change a little bit. Troy alluded to this, making it feel a little faster, easier to get around the body. But what I thought the change to the throat piece did for me is kind of allowed the racket to flex and breathe a little bit more, holding the ball in the string bed a moment longer. That way I really had a lot of decision-making time over where I was gonna utilize the power and put the ball. A great versatile racket for me overall, very comfortable. You're getting your cake and eat it too effect in terms of that extra reach and manageable power, but it does hide its length very well with a 6-point headlight balance and about a 330 swing weight. This racket was great on serve, and as with most extended length frames for me, the backhand slice was on fire, definitely skidding through the court and staying low. So for anyone that enjoys these extended length frames, intermediate, advanced level player, be sure to give this one a try.
Like Mark mentioned, I've been a big fan of previous versions of the Aero Plus as well. I just find that the extended length, the power and the spin that this racket possesses, it really helps me really with my attacking game. If I'm trying to really take it to my opponent, put the balls away, maximize my power and spin on serve, this does a great job. Like the last version, one of the things that I really love about the way Babolat's engineered this racket is the string spacing. A couple Pure Aeros ago, like the 2016, 2019, you had a really open string spacing, kind of like a V-Core 100 would have. And I found at times I was losing the ball. So with this more dense 16, 19, I feel like I can control the ball from the ground strokes to a flat serve. And I also feel like it gives me a little bit more touch and feel on the volleys. Now, my regular racket lately has been the Solinco 1820 wideout with the extended. Lots of control and feel. The E-Zone 98 Plus takes it up a notch in terms of power and spin, and this one is even more than that. But like I said, the saving grace for me is this denser 1619 string bed. So for a power racket, I still find pretty good control. I can feel the ball on the slice, and I really like this one. If anything, I'm gonna keep hitting with this. I'll probably weight it up a little bit just for some added plow through and stability, but I think it's a really great extended length frame.
Like Mark mentioned, I do think that this is a subtle but strong update to the Pure Aero Plus from Babolat. Swing weight's gone down, it's a little bit more comfortable, and for me, those were my two biggest gripes with the previous version. This racket is just really fun to hammer ground strokes off of either wing with for me, and I really loved adding a little bit more spin to get the ball to dip back down inside the court. And I found it to be actually just a very versatile racket from any area of the court. I really enjoyed this frame up at net. I didn't find it to be too sluggish, thankfully, so I was able to effectively go out for stretch volleys where the extra reach helped me out a lot as far as getting to that ball. And on overheads and anything above the shoulder, this racket was really satisfying to hammer balls down into the court with. And as expected, really good action on serves. I was actually finding my ball to jump up a little bit more than usual, which was really fun as I felt like I was hitting a heavier serve for the most part, and really good and reliable on second serves as well. And again, for returning, this racket just goes a long way, literally, to help you get back into the point. And I found the feel and the spot targeting to be excellent. Really good off both wings. I think if you're a more defensive player, this is gonna be a racket that really speaks to you. And as far as extended length rackets go, this is probably gonna be in my top 5.
For this review, we tried a few different Babolat strings, including RPM Blast, RPM Team, and RPM Hurricane 17 gauge, right at about 52 pounds. For more information on this racket or anything tennis related, be sure to head to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.